Plankton turned Patrick into a robot.
So he controls Patrick?
He controls Patrick?
Wentworth Bros.
Did you know Squidward gets called a jackass in an episode of SpongeBob?
Squidward?
Yeah, and to make it worse, it was on the Christmas special.
It is Christmas time.
And he was bullying SpongeBob because Santa never came, and he was just going off on him. And SpongeBob was crying, and while he was bullying him, a picture of a jackass showed up in front of Squidward's face.
A donkey?
Yes, exactly. To call him a jackass. And then once he feels guilty for what he did to SpongeBob, he says, "Man, I feel like a..." And then another picture of a jackass shows up on the screen.
But they never actually say it.
No, but they snuck in a swear word on a kids show for the holiday special. How crazy is that?
Well, technically they didn't say it.
But they presented it.
It's like a bleep.
Well, you don't bleep kids shows. You just don't have them, period.
I mean, I don't think it's that bad. Jackass is pretty tame. I mean, they made it a movie title that everybody knows about.
That is fair. But that whole Christmas special just seemed off to me. Santa is a terrible person in the SpongeBob Christmas special.
Is he like an actual person in the show, or is he animated? I don't remember.
It's an actual person, but he only shows up at the end. He doesn't come all of Christmas Eve, which makes everyone not believe in Santa and makes SpongeBob look like a fool. And so Squidward, he tries to cheer SpongeBob up, and he has to give up all of his possessions pretending to be Santa to all of Bikini Bottom.
But why?
Because Santa never showed until the end. Squidward, after getting rid of all of his possessions, gets a note in a bottle from Santa, and all it says is, "Great job, you've been a nice boy." And he rides off in his sleigh, laughing at Squidward.
So is Squidward like in his early teens?
No.
Well, why is he calling him a boy?
So Santa doesn't deliver any gifts to anyone in Bikini Bottom, and then Squidward, who actually delivered the gifts, doesn't get any of his stuff back, even though Santa saw him do all of that.
Yeah, we gotta think Squidward had a lot of bad karma throughout the entire year.
That would make sense why Santa just laughs in his face at the end.
Speaking of Santa, it's Christmas time, guys. And today, we're doing something special. We're opening up Pokemon cards.
Oh, that's right. Those came in.
Each got a 151 pack of cards here. Should we open them now, or should we save it for the end?
You know what? Let's do it later.
Let's have one of us open it now, and the other one opens it at the end.
Okay. You want to go first?
All right. Let's see what we got. All right, here we go. Here we go. I'm going for the Charizard. Randy's going for the Full Art Caterpie.
Oh, I need a Caterpie.
Pretty sure that's the only Pokemon Randy likes. Oh, this is a Full Art Squirtle, too.
Ooh.
All right, here we go. We got Mankey. What is it?
We got a Meowth.
Meowth.
Execute.
Execute.
Fairy.
Fairy.
Venomoth. Or, yeah.
Is this
Rapidash. Rapidash.
Where are we at? Are we at the reverse yet? Nope. Zubat.
Nidorina. Persian. Ooh,
Dragonite.
Dragonite.
It's the reverse. Might be next card.
Jolteon.
Oh, just a Jolteon Hollow. And then nothing. Oh well.
That's not bad at all.
We gotta wait for Randy. We got 2 boxes, and I opened mine and I pulled the Charizard already. I'll be honest. I got pretty lucky. I finally downloaded Amazon Prime onto my phone, and I was looking for the episode, that episode with the panties.
The Panty Raid.
Yes, that one. But it's banned. They banned the SpongeBob episode with the panties.
You know, I can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the best episode.
It was out there. Even as a kid, I was confused at that.
Yeah, can you imagine? They made an entire episode based off of stealing panties. Mr. Krabs, SpongeBob, and Patrick raid a house in the middle of the night. They break into someone's house. Ends up being Mr. Krabs' mom's house.
Yeah.
Just makes it 10 times weirder.
And they acted like that was just a thing young kids do. Like SpongeBob and Patrick on a night out, that's what they do. They steal panties.
You want to feel young? Raid your mom's panty drawer.
That's crazy. They should just ban that episode from existence.
I don't know. We got to bring it back. Kids are getting too soft these days.
Maybe for an adult version of SpongeBob.
Yeah, but I mean now kids are into like Skibbity Toilet.
I don't even know what that
Let's
is.
go back to panties. But you know what might be even weirder in SpongeBob?
What?
Patrick Star and Gary the Snail are first cousins.
First cousins?
They are related by blood.
How does that even make sense? They're not even the same species.
They have an entire family tree detailed in the show. It starts all the way at the top with an amoeba. King Amoeba. Just a green germ. And Queen Mildew, which I think is a fish. I don't know what she is. But somehow they mate and interlock. And they have 4 kids. One of them's like named Prince Dingus.
Nice name.
And if you go down the tree, you see Gary's father, Sluggo, and then Patrick's parents are siblings with Sluggo, Herb and Margie.
Well, I imagine only one of them would be siblings, right?
Oh yeah, probably. Must be Herb. Herb and Sluggo are somehow brothers. And then they had Patrick and Sluggo had Gary.
That must be why Patrick is so slow, because he has a snail brain.
Remember Gary had like a secret connection with Patrick in one episode?
Yeah, he was more fond of Patrick than SpongeBob.
Yeah, but it's because he had food.
Yeah, that's true. They both love food.
I don't know, that whole family tree doesn't make any sense at all.
Well, it doesn't add up because one's a starfish and one's a snail.
Right, so it's not really possible.
Not naturally.
So I thought of this other theory that I had heard recently, where Plankton turned Patrick into a robot.
So he controls Patrick?
He controls Patrick and a bunch of other fish in Bikini Bottom. That's his whole goal, is he's creating robots to take over. He's got Karen. Remember the chum buckets coming down?
That's right. In the movie, he took over all those fish with the chum buckets. The hats.
And there's like another SpongeBob episode, like SB-129, where robots are slowly starting to take over. It's like a recent episode. But what really shows that Patrick is a robot is, remember when his brain falls off the top of his head when he falls off a cliff?
Yeah.
And he goes and he picks up the brain coral from the field.
Right.
And he plugs it in like an outlet.
Yeah, there is an outlet there.
And gears in his head. It's showing you right in your face that Patrick's a robot. And the way he acts, like randomly, he'll get tics like...
And Plankton is a failure at everything he does, so it's no surprise that if he were to build a robot, it would be a stupid robot.
Yeah. And maybe Patrick was made by Plankton to get an inside scoop from SpongeBob on the secret formula.
Oh, his inside man.
Exactly. Oh, you know what I realized?
What?
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy are like 5 inches tall. They're the same height as a sponge.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Because the scuba diver in the movie that picks up SpongeBob and Patrick, he's the size of a real human.
Right, and David Hasselhoff,
Right.
a real human. So what happened to Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy? I saw their origin story, and it's like the weirdest thing of all time. They fall into like a bucket of acid.
Classic.
Oh, wait, first they get bit by a spider,
Classic.
then the bucket of acid,
Naturally.
then a flying crystal comes and like shocks them.
Kryptonite, possibly.
They get zapped on their ass by a storm cloud from thunder and lightning.
Like the Flash.
And to top it all off, they get back to their place and they eat overcooked popcorn. And that's what makes the switch.
That's the deal breaker.
That's what makes them superheroes. Microwaved popcorn.
They have basically every superhero origin combined in that origin story.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the real superhero. It is the holiday season, so we gotta have something on Santa Claus.
Oh, that's right. We're missing out. We're missing all the Santa stuff.
Did you ever wonder how Santa's reindeer fly? Or how he's able to hit all of these millions of houses in one night?
Magic elves.
Well, the answer is obvious. It is magic. But it's not holiday spirit or Christmas cheer. It's fairy magic.
Cosmo and Wanda.
Yes, in the Fairly Odd Parents Christmas special, they reveal that
Actually,
they reveal that on Christmas Eve, all of the fairies give their magic powers to Santa so he can deliver the presents and make all the kids' wishes come true. So Santa has the power of millions of fairies for one day.
or is he the ultimate fairy?
You could say he uses fairy magic. Does that make him a fairy?
Yeah, I don't know if I would be able to use fairy magic if I was given the opportunity.
That kind of power is crazy, because not only does he have the power of the fairies, but now the fairies are powerless.
Oh, really?
So Santa could take over if he wanted to.
Who is Santa? How do you get in charge like that?
You don't ask those kinds of questions.
Yeah. Speaking of the fairies, there's a theory that Cosmo cheated on Wanda with Wandissimo,
What?
the Magnifico.
I don't know about that. They're such a wholesome couple.
I don't know, because if you look at Poof's eyes, they're purple. And the only other fairy with purple eyes is Wandissimo. There's no other way to get that genetic.
That is true.
But it was Timmy who wished for Poof. So Poof could have just came from thin air.
Poof.
I mean, yeah, basically poofed right into Cosmo's stomach.
So in reality, the only real parent of Poof is Cosmo, because Cosmo had to give birth to Poof.
Yeah, it's just straight Cosmo's kid.
And I guess Timmy technically would be the mother? Or the father?
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe it's like, instead of the Virgin Mary, it's the Virgin Cosmo.
A Christmas miracle.
Yeah.
Man, everything is coming up Christmas. Let's keep it in the spirit of the holidays. For this segment, we're going to do a naughty or nice list check. Is this character on the naughty or nice list? Mr. Krabs.
Naughty.
You think so?
Yeah, that dude. Has he ever done a good deed?
He's too greedy.
I think one year he must have got onto the nice list because he adopted Pearl.
His one good deed.
Yeah, but that might just have been a tax benefit or something.
Johnny Bravo.
I'm gonna also say the naughty list.
No, he's good-natured.
No, he's too prideful. That's a sin.
But he has good intentions.
Does he?
He's just so oblivious to everything he does.
Because his pride's in the way. You can't see.
Eddie from Ed, Edd and Eddy.
Oh, another naughty.
I'm going to say nice list.
No, come on. Eddie doesn't have a good bone in his body.
He's coming up with all these schemes just to get his friends jawbreakers.
And himself.
Of course.
And he's scheming out all these other people. That's like the definition of a naughty kid.
He's a good businessman.
Good businessman, but a naughty kid.
Prince Zuko.
I'll say early Zuko. Definitely naughty. But towards the end, I think he squeaked into the good list for Santa.
I think from the start he's on the nice list. His heart was in the right place, but he was just doing the wrong thing. It's the thought that counts.
I don't know, he was pretty harsh to his uncle early on.
SpongeBob.
The first nice. Has SpongeBob ever done anything bad in his life?
Yeah, he's wholesome. Full of holes. And lastly, Squidward.
Squidward, just his attitude makes him on the naughty list. Can't reward that behavior.
Nice list. When it comes to it, he cares about SpongeBob. And he cares about all the people that he works with.
I don't know about that.
And the people that he spends time with. He just
Not
has
the majority of time.
He just has that hard exterior shell. But one character that's definitely on the naughty list, just like he is every year, is the Grinch.
Grinch, I watched that movie 2 nights ago.
I actually have a weird story about the Grinch. Did you know the Grinch wasn't originally green?
What other color could he have been?
So in the OG Dr. Seuss book, he was the same color as all the other Whos. It was only until the TV special that he was green, because the networks were turning over to color TV. And Dr. Seuss and the director wanted to make a splash with this Grinch TV special, but they couldn't figure out what color to make it. So they had so many meetings where this director was driving rental cars to Dr. Seuss's house to have these meetings about what color he should be, and they couldn't agree until he picked up a rental car and it was that disgusting green. It made him stand out, and at the same time it made him feel like an outcast. And he thought, that's exactly how the Grinch should feel. So he pitched that color to Dr. Seuss, and they both agreed that the Grinch should be that gross green.
Why did I think Dr. Seuss was a character? I totally forgot he was a real person.
You're definitely thinking the Cat in the Hat.
Yeah.
Which Grinch movie did you watch the other night?
The one with Jim Carrey.
Oh, the live action?
Yeah. Against my will.
But the new animated Grinch gave everyone clarity on a question everyone's been asking.
What question is everybody asking?
Why is the Grinch naked? He's just a regular Who that has green straggly hair, but he doesn't wear any clothes. The only time he wears clothes is when he's dressing up as Santa Claus.
He's just hairy.
Well, even if he's hairy, you gotta throw clothes on. That's not an excuse to walk around naked. But this new Grinch movie expelled that theory. Because in the beginning of the movie, he wakes up and wearing underwear. And he opens his closet, and he has hundreds of pants that look exactly like his green hair. And he throws those on every morning. So what looks like his hair is just pants.
Yeah, it's a cover-up.
And he throws on shoes when he goes outside, and it's just more green hair. He's wearing the hair.
What the hell?
So the Grinch is not naked.
Damn. You think the Grinch is a good guy, though?
Well, at the end, he turns into a good guy. His heart grew 3 sizes.
Yeah, but I don't know. I still feel like he would go to hell.
Jeez, that's harsh.
You know what would be hell on Earth?
What?
Being in the Avatar world as a non-bender.
Oh, yeah, that's gotta be the absolute worst.
That would be torture. Everyone's shooting fire out of their hands, pulling rocks out of the ground, shooting air and flying through the sky.
And they have all these kingdoms and tribes. The Earth Kingdom, the Fire Kingdom, the Water Tribe. They don't have a normal person tribe.
Yeah. Waterbenders are turning you into puppets with your blood. And the best you could do is, like, flip a fish.
Or wield a weird sword thing.
Like, that was always in the back of my mind. Like, I feel bad for Sokka. You gotta be with the Avatar? And your sister is stronger than you.
And you gotta fight alongside them as they're using all these crazy powers.
Brutal.
Man, but that new Avatar show that's coming out on Netflix, I can't wait for that.
I know. I feel like I watched all the good Netflix shows already. Like, now I'm just watching, like, Christmas specials.
That's what I've been doing. Like, every night before I go to sleep, we just throw on another Christmas special. And the other night, I watched Frosty the Snowman. That story is all wrong.
Why?
In Frosty the Snowman, the magician is a good guy. They paint him as the villain, and it's insane.
The magician?
The guy with the magic hat that makes Frosty come alive.
Oh, okay.
He's performing magic tricks, and a gust of wind knocks off his hat, and it ends up falling on Frosty. And it happens to bring him to life, which is insane. So obviously, that hat is magical and powerful, so the magician would want his hat back. But the kids go, no, that's Frosty's hat. You can't have it. No, it's not. That's his hat. And they're like, you gave it away. You can't take it back. He didn't give it away. He lost it. And he just found it and wants it back. That does not make him a bad guy.
Doesn't make him a good guy.
And the fact that it brings a snowman to life, you don't think he wants that hat that could make him a millionaire?
Yeah.
What else can it bring to life? What else can it do? But no, the kids want a snowman that's going to melt by the end of the day to have this super powerful hat. That isn't even theirs.
Yeah, that's why kids can't be in charge these days.
I want justice for the magician.
Do these characters make the nice list or the naughty list? Waluigi.
Naughty. There's nothing good about that guy.
He's pretty smooth.
He's just a villain sidekick. He can't even come up with his own evil plans.
Knuckles.
Definitely started out on the naughty list, but I'm putting him on the nice list.
Yeah, Knuckles a protector.
He's too hard-headed sometimes.
A guardian. Meowth from Team Rocket.
Naughty lists.
What?
Anything involved with Team Rocket is going on the naughty list. If you're going to be a bad guy and then also fail, that's like double naughty list.
But there's some episodes that show Meowth has a good heart
Not good enough.
when it comes down to it. DK. Donkey Kong.
I'm going to put movie Donkey Kong on the naughty list.
Really?
He was so stubborn. All he wanted to do was be better than Mario. And when they were in that sea monster, he completely shut down Mario when he was opening up to him. That's naughty list material.
He made up for it in the end. Shadow.
I'm putting him on the nice list.
Shadow?
Yeah. He was a creation and he had no idea what he was doing was wrong at the start. But once he finally realizes, he does right.
In King Dedede.
That's nice list material right there. In most cases, King Dedede is getting controlled. He doesn't even have control over his naughty actions.
Yeah, and his whole purpose is to protect his own kingdom.
And most times he ends up teaming up with Kirby by the end.
I saw this theory. Blew my mind. Sully from Monsters Inc. is dead.
Confirmed?
Pretty much. Because in a Toy Story short film, Bonnie is taking a bath and you see a toilet seat cover that has the pattern of Sully. And at first glance, you're like, okay, it's just a pattern. But if you go back to the first movie, there's a conversation that happens between Sully and Randall.
About toilet seat covers?
Yeah. Because Randall says to Sully, I heard humans skin monsters and turn them into toilet seat covers when they catch them. They got that specific.
Yeah, that's too on the nose to be a coincidence.
To put it in a little short film as a little Easter egg?
Right.
That's telling you he's done. They caught Sully.
Man, that's sad.
Okay, we got one more theory. We're wrapping up here. Randy, let's open the card.
All right, yeah, we'll finish it off with a little card opening. I don't want to ruin any of these cards. Okay, there we go. Almost good. There it is. Okay, I'm not well versed in opening Pokemon cards.
Just show it to the front of the camera and I'll call it out.
Alright, here we go.
Lickitung. Venonat.
Not bad.
Pidgey.
Okay.
Metapod.
Not a Caterpie.
Seaking.
Alright.
Hitmonchan.
Not bad.
Butterfree.
Ah, everything but Caterpie, huh?
I can't tell. Oh, Vileplume. Vileplume. Shelder. And... oh, he hits the Charizard!
Oh my god! Let's go!
That's
Bang.
not the big Charizard, but hey, Charizard's a Charizard.
It's a That's what we were looking for. We were looking for a Charizard.
We'll take it.
It's good first opening.
You thought it was the mega hit Charizard for a second.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh. I'm not too well versed in the Pokemon card game, so when I hear Charizard, I'm thinking big money. All right, now that we got that out of the way, we went a whole episode without mentioning Mario. That's our bread and butter.
Oh yeah.
I'll leave it on a high note with Mario. I got one thing for you, and it's the fact that Mario created Christmas.
What?
So in the Super Mario World show, they have a Christmas special where Mario introduces Christmas to Dome City, the prehistoric world they're trapped in. But he introduces it in August. So he makes up Christmas as an August holiday, and there's no Santa Claus there, so he takes on the role of Santa. He makes all the toys, and he delivers them.
What is this, Australia?
I'm not sure if he was trying to do good, or he was just on a huge ego trip. Making himself Santa, the creator of a holiday.
Yeah, but I mean, he's giving out presents.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it is doing good, but I don't know where his intentions lie.
Probably good. It's Mario.
That's fair.
Merry Christmas.
I want the real Charizard next time.